Bonjour, welcome back to Get By in French. We're going through these lessons at pace. This is the improvers section and you are on lesson 3. You've already done en ville, in the town, autour de la ville, all the places in the town, and then you found out how to get to those places with directions, direction, in lesson 2. So one of the nice things when you get to town is to go and have something to eat. Aller manger. Manger is to eat. So you might go to one of the places in town we learned, le café, and the other one was le restaurant. So at the coffee shop, we've looked at already thé, café, and then a few other things we've had, sandwich, for example, in the beginner section. And now we're looking at a proper menu, actually. So this is la carte. So within la carte, the menu, la carte, same word for a map actually, a map of a place, la carte. We have l'entrée, so 3 sections really. L'entrée, which are the starters. We have the plat principal. Plat is a dish, main dish. Plat principal. Within some French restaurants, you will often have a plat du jour, dish of the jour, day. And then dessert. Be careful with this word, it's double S. Dessert. If it was dessert with one S, it would be a desert. So dessert, one S is like a Z sound. Dessert, desserts. And then you'll also want boisson. Boisson, not poisson is a fish. Boisson is a drink. Repas is the general word for meal. And l'addition is for paying up at the end, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so you're in the restaurant. So you need to have some phrases as to what to ask for so that you get the menu to have a look. So we've got a variety of things we can say. So at the top we've got je peux voir. I can see. Can I see? Remember when we looked at il y a, it can be a question if you raise your voice. Il y a une banque? Il y a un café? Is there a bank? Is there a coffee shop? Oui, il y a une banque. Yes, there is. So je peux voir. So can I see? Je peux voir la carte. Can I see the menu? Or je voudrais, we've seen before, I would like to look at. Je voudrais regarder. So a few more verbs, doing words. Je peux is from pouvoir, to be able to. I can. Je peux, I can see, voir. I would like, je voudrais regarder. Typically we might say regarder la télévision. Regarder la télévision, to watch a film. To watch the television. Voir un film, to see a film. Voir un film. Regarder la télévision. Here we're looking at la carte, which is the menu. And then if you then choose what you want, you would say je voudrais, which is quite formal. Very common and informal, lovely day-to-day French would be je vais prendre, I'm going. Vais is from aller, to go. Je vais prendre, I'm going to have, I'll have. This is to take, but they say take. When we say I'll have, they say I'll take. Je vais prendre. Okay, so I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Je vais prendre un café and a cheese sandwich et un sandwich au fromage. So this might be if it's a snack menu, but here we're going to look at the restaurant as well. So if you're in the restaurant and you're faced with a menu, which I've got one here actually, la carte, they're calling it a menu découvert. Menu découvert à 25 euros, 25 euros for the whole menu. So you're looking at this thinking, oh, I need a bit of advice. So it could be, qu'est-ce que, what, qu'est-ce que vous recommandez? Recommandez, recommend. Qu'est-ce que vous recommandez? So let's have a little look at this menu, shall we? So here in this section, entrée, you've got the entrée. The whole thing is 25 euros, 25 euros. So you've got the entrée. You've got the terrine. So this is almost like a, you know what a terrine is, almost like a rectangular pâté style thing. And it's saumon au crabe. So it's a salmon and crab terrine. Millefeuille, this is like the flaky pastry. De jambon crevette, this is ham with prawns. Or this little word ou, you're not going to get all of it for 25 euros. You're going to choose, choisir. Donc je vais prendre, I eat fish, I don't eat meat, so what have they got for me? I could have the salade de chèvre chaud, Chèvre, you may know fromage de chèvre is goat's cheese. So this is a salade de chèvre chaud, of warm goat's cheese. Not the goat, but the goat's cheese is understood there. Or the foie gras, which is, you've probably heard of this before. So this is a very rich pâté. Foie gras frais, well, fresh. De canard is duck. But that's en supplément de 6 euros, 6 euros more. So, pour moi, je vais prendre la salade de chèvre chaud. So that's what I'm having. And then they may say, et comme plat principal, as your main course, plat principal is in here. So we've got an épaule d'agneau rôti. Shoulder, épaule, agneau is lamb, rôti, like rotisserie, roasted. Ou, bœuf en croûte. Well, we see this expression in some of our maybe more posh restaurants, more expensive restaurants. En croûte was in pastry. So beef, is that like a beef Wellington maybe? Bœuf, beef, en croûte, in pastry. Or, ou, dinde rôti. If I tell you that dinde is eaten at Christmas, it's roasted turkey au marron with chestnuts. That's very traditional Christmassy, isn't it? Or treat aux amandes. So they're bringing out the almonds. You've got the chestnuts there, you've got the almonds. Trout. Donc pour moi, la salade de chèvre chaud. What's the word for then? Puis, we have that in last one. Puis je prends. Well, I'm going for the treat aux amandes. I don't eat meat. Quite often, if I go to France, I'm choosing une salade or une omelette, because I'm not having to face meat then. Or treat I've got, or I could have had some saumon, salmon, but treat is here in the main course. And comme dessert, as a dessert, comme dessert, madame, they will say to me. Well, I've got a choice of la tartelette normande aux pommes chaudes. This is nice. Normande, from Normandy, a Normandy tart, Normandy style tart with warm apples, a warm apple Normandy tart. Or la mousse au chocolat, chocolate mousse. Ou îles flottantes au caramel. Îles flottantes are like little floating in the sauce, caramel sauce, floating islands, so they're little meringue style desserts in the caramel sauce. Ou meringue glacée au chocolat chaud. So you've got ice cream with meringue and a warm chocolate sauce. So there we go, that's the menu. So ça c'est la carte. Here they call it le menu de découverte. Menu is a French word which we use. Menu. La carte is the actual menu that you will ask for. So you would say, je voudrais regarder la carte, and then you make your choice, and you say je vais prendre comme entrée as the starter, comme plat principal as the main course, and comme dessert. And then they will say, et comme boisson? Qu'est-ce que vous prenez? What will you have as a boisson? So boisson, you might have de l'eau, you might have de l'évian ou Perrier, French waters, different waters, or you might have a café after, or un thé. Okay, so bon appétit, enjoy your meal. You will then at the very end of course have to pay, and you will ask for l'addition s'il vous plaît. Bon appétit, à la prochaine.